Over here with Daled Shomrim. What does that have to do with anything Hasidic? Why? We're gonna get there, okay? We're just getting shot first, okay? Now we're gonna understand what the Gemara says, based on what we said yesterday. When the Gemara asked the question, Man Tana Arba'a Shomrim Hi, who was the one who taught there are 4 Shomrim? Mizeh Shatan Lakat Minyanam Arba Shomrim Hen. This the Tana said the amount. He said there are 4 Shomrim. The Lechora Minyana Lameli. Why do you need to say 4? Why do you have to say that there's 4? Lamar Rav Nachman she Chalukatam la'arba shomrim ena rak chiluk chitzoni. He says this that the Tana says there are 4 shomrim. He's not just telling you how many there is and just an exterior. Just happened to tell you there's 4. No, there's actually something deeper there when you're saying arba shomrim. Shebemitziut yeshtem arba ofanim behamtzao shel hachafetz bereshuto shel hashomer, which means in the existence of these 4 categories, there is 4 ways of objects being found by a guard, like an essential difference between all 4 of them. As Rashi says, Zeh bechinam, Zeh besachar, Zeh shoel, Zeh socher. Ela shehem chalukim gam begadram b'malotam. The essence of the things are different in each shomrim. Therefore, when they say there's 4 shomrim, there's actually an essential difference of each shomrim. Okay. L'chein amar Rav Nachman. Therefore, Rav Nachman said, Man tana arba shomrim. Who is the one who taught 4 shomrim? Rabbi Meir he. Ki davka.
There's 4 shomrim.
What is it?
I just thought of this.
Tzitzis?
There's 4 shomrim. The 4 corners. What is the Gemachit tzitzis? 600. What's the Gemachit shomrim? 596. Dalet shomrim is 600. And your tzitzis are your shomrim for the goof.
Ushmartem otam. Shmartem otam. Chazak.
Yeah. That just came down.
It's probably, I'm sure it's Ness, right? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so they say, the Rav Nachman said, who was the one who taught the Shomrim? Rabbi Meir. Why? Kidafta l'shitoto. According to his shita, that a socher, a renter, pays like a shomer sachar, someone who's a paid watchman. Yitechen lomar she'arba'at hashomrim yesh lahem daled gdarim mechulakim. That you could say by him that the 4 shomrim have 4 different levels. According to the one that says that the socher, that the renter pays like a shomer chinam, harei afa pisha socher, even though that the renter eino domeh leshomer chinam, it is not the same as a shomer chinam, as we explained. Mikol makom le'inyan geder chiyuv v'shmira, but in relation to the way he has to guard hamutal al shomer, which is the arba shomer. Harei socher hu mamash keshomer chinam. The socher is exactly like the shomer chinam. Ki eino notel schar al shmirato. He doesn't take any schar on his guarding. Umela enkan ela shlosha. Therefore, there's only 3 guardians and not 4. Therefore, when they asked the question, had to go according to Rabbi Meir, because according to Rabbi Meir, the socher is mishalam like the shomer sachar. Okay. According to Rabbi Meir, the renter is like the paid watch. It's not because of how you define the obligation of the renter is the same definition of the obligation of the shomer sachar. Ella rak dino ke shomer sachar. Only the law is like the shomer sachar. So, yeah.
Shomer sachar is the one that gets
paid to watch.
Or paid to.
Yeah.
Right, the one that gets paid, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
V'chen harei hu shapir sug shomer meyuchad. Therefore, it's its own category of a shomer, which are the 4 shomrim. V'zeu ma shebier Rav Nachman kishishalu Rava. This is what Rav Nachman said when they asked Rava. Mi ika deleit le arba shomrim. Who is the one who doesn't have 4 shomrim? Hachamina lecha. This is what I will tell you, because hainu hach. Hadgashat hatana b'mishnatenu. The Tana's implication of our Mishnah when it says Arba'a Shomrim Hem. There are 4 Shomrim. Sheyesh Dalid Gdarim Chalukim b'Shomrim. There are 4 different types of Shomrim. Atishapir Rak Ladat Rabbi Meir. This goes only according to the Rabbi Meir. He holds that a Socher is like the Shomer Sachar, as we explained. And this is what the Gemara says. Ihachi Arba'a Shloshaninu. If you're telling me it's 4, it's really 3. It says there are 4 Shomrim and there are 3 laws. The fi svarat mashkan, according to the svara of the one who asked the question, harehem tarti the stari. These 2 things contradict each other. Ima socher the paid watch, if they're different from each other, not only in their mitzias, even in the essence of their categories. How could they be equal in their obligations? Since there's no difference between them in their obligations, therefore, we're going to say Shloshaninu, there are 3, even in their essence. So this is what the Gemara answers, Dalit Shomrim, which have the laws of 3. However, they are divided in 4 Shomrim. Nonetheless, this is not a contradiction, that the law is that they're divided only into 3, as we explained. Okay, we're going to get into what this applies for us soon. Okay, I think in another paragraph here. Okay. Now, the explanation on this is this that we're saying there are 4 guardians and there's 3 laws. The Shomer Sachar, the Socher, are different in their essence of their obligations, of their guardianship, because we have 4 Shomrim. Nonetheless, there's 3 Dinim, which means the Din of the Shomer Sachar and the Socher are the same, but they are different in their essence. So this, we could explain how it relates to a person's avoda beruchnius. As it says in the Shla, okay, it says like this: just like you have 4 guardians between man and his friend, you also have 4 shomrim between man and Hashem. Okay, which means the way you're relating to the stuff you have in your life, what kind of shomer are you? Okay.
Talking about the 2 angels, they accompany you, or
No. It means like, how does a person relate to the physical world? He could relate like there's 4 different shomrim, so it's like a different perspective how a person sees the world. We're going to explain it now. Bavodas ruchni, in your ruchnius avoda, like we're saying, are you a shomer chinam? Where you're saying that I'm just being paid. I'm not paid to watch the stuff. I'm doing it because I want to do it for the owner to help him out. Or am I I just want to get my money and that's it. Am I renting it? It's like I have no chance of this thing being my own. I just have to rent it. There's a different perspectives people have in life. The Dalit Shom. We're going to explain now each one. Okay. What do you say?
all the world was created for us. What type of watch are we?
That's you're the owner of everything. Oh, Shol, yeah, Shol. Yeah, Shol, you're borrowing it. It's actually the lowest level.
Is the inheritance considered ownership then? So this is the parable for the 4 ways we have a relationship. We can have a relationship with Hashem also?
Well, it's how we view the things in the world in relation to how Hashem gave it to us.
Right.
And that makes us have a relationship with Hashem in different ways. We're going to explain each one now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, first of all, Hashem put Adam, Yisham, Rav,
And we're going to say, yeah.
And also, Cain said, Shomer Achim.
Yeah, so he's a shaw, he's a borrower.
The Torah is a present. So if the Torah is a present, then the land.
Good question.
What is it?
There are sichos because there was three chalukas of the arts. There was Alpi Sfara, what makes sense, who gets what, and there was the Gora, and there was also the inheritance, and they all played into each other. But also, yeah, you saying that Adam was sent to guard the land, and then Cain said, "I'm my brother's guardian," but Cain, he didn't want to work the land because he said the land is cursed. Let me just do something else. So it is also the we're going to see. Okay. the world is dependent upon the fulfillment of the Torah and mitzvahs of the Jewish people. Therefore, the Jewish people, we're all shomrim. We're all guardians of the world. And Hashem gives over to His world to our permission, so we could yishmoru, so we could guard the world. Okay, so here you go, guys. Here's the world. You guys guard the world. Okay, now everyone's going to be a different type of shomer in the world. As it says, la'avda l'shamra, as we said, and shmirat ha'olam, the guarding of the world is through the fulfilling of the Torah and mitzvahs. That's how you want to guard the world. You got to keep Torah and mitzvahs. That's how you're guarding the world, because the whole world is dependent upon the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs. So when Adam Rishon was said, you got to guard, you got to essentially the Gan Eden to guard it. It means to keep the Torah mitzvahs, right? As explained in this farm. One second. And we said there's also an Indian of the Dalit Shomim in relation to how a person does the Torah mitzvahs. So too, guarding of your soul is another thing. Okay, there's different things over there. Shoel, Shekol, Nashalo. Okay, fine. I'm going to explain. הנה, לפי פשוטו נחלים דלת השומרים לגיל מסוגים קהלים בעניין יחסם לחפץ הנשמר ובעליו. So the four types of shomrim are divided into three categories, as we explained, and how we relate to the objects that we have to keep guard on. The shomer chinam, shekol hana'a mishmir zu hi lahamafkid. Okay, if you're a shomer chinam, someone says, hey, can you watch my cow for an hour? I have to go take care of this. No problem. So a person's guarding of that cow is only for the benefit of the owner who gave it to him. It's pretty high. It's a high level. He doesn't get it. He has to just do a favor to watch it.
What if he can drink his milk?
What do you say?
What if he's allowed to drink his milk?
Allowed or as exchange is different. But if he's allowed to, I guess.
He's getting paid.
All right. But that's just a technical aspect, because he's gonna get thirsty or hungry because the guy needs him to watch it for a long time. So as a technicality, he'll also drink the milk. It's part of the.
It's not Shuir, you're saying.
It's part. He says, okay, while you're there, drink the milk. You just watch. Yeah. The shomer doesn't get any gains from guarding the object. That it's only for the benefit of the one who deposited the object by him. That's the first case.
We talk about this having to do with a rake.
A rake?
He's holding on to the guy's rake.
Maybe. I don't know.
The most common thing in the airport, the guy does,
To clean off the leaves off the ground.
Yeah, I know, it's common. That's a shomer chinam, yeah, it's a shomer.
Yeah, the Israeli guards are going to ask you,
Did you leave with anyone else for a period of time? And you're going to be like, no, they're like, you're lying, they see it in your face.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So in brachot, we were learning that that everything that Hashem has is Hashem's.
Yeah.
But when we say a bracha, now it's ours.
Yeah, it's
Earth
true.
is ours.
Because everything is kodesh shemayim, and therefore in order you cannot benefit from me'ilah. You'll be me'ilah.
Does that change what kind of shomer we are?
We're going to see how to look at it. So the first one is that he doesn't have any hana for himself. But you're in the world, you have to eat. You're not going to not eat for the next 7 years. So therefore, there is a guy in India that didn't eat for 7 years.
Even Moshe couldn't, I didn't.
40 days. Yeah, after that,
It's hard to beat.
Yeah. Well, the Baal Shem Tov says if you fast for 40 days, then you will surely see Eliyahu Navi.
4 days?
40 days.
40 days?
No, but you can
You
eat.
make it
You can
alive.
eat on Shabbos. You can eat on Shabbos every week. Just the week you have to fast.
Really? Everybody's thinking to try?
Everything. Is it? They fast. They fast.
Ramadan does that.
Yeah. I know. It's
40 days.
I know. It's pretty intense too.
Well, Ramadan is 30 days?
Yeah.
But they eat, it's not...
They eat at night. They eat at
Same,
night.
yeah.
No, but he's saying that. You saw that said that they eat at night.
Yeah, I live
Yeah.
like that. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Eat at night. You eat at night. Okay. Do it in the winter. Do it in the winter, and you do night and sleep all day, and then stay up. And then don't eat until you wake up from mincha marv, and you eat breakfast. And you can see all in Navi. We live like that for all of winter.
Yeah, they said better not to fast in this generation, right?
Yeah, in general.
Most people.
Yeah, in general, it's better not to. Yeah. Now, the second case is a shoel, a borrower. Okay, what does a borrower do? All of the benefit is for the borrower. Because the lender doesn't get any benefit from the object, you're just giving it over to use it. Third case is the shomer sachar and the socher, the paid watchman and the renter. שהנקודה המשותפת ביניהם היא שבשניהם יש הנאה הן לבעלים הן לשומר. The common thing that they both have is that there's benefit for the one who's watching and the one who owns. They're both getting some benefit. Why? Because the shomer sachar המפקיד נהנה מזה שחפצו שלו נשמר בשמירה מעולה. If you're paying someone to watch your stuff, then they're going to do a better job, so you're going to get a benefit that it's being watched at a higher level. Okay, that's the first case. And the shomer mekabel schar avur tirchato. And the shomer gets a payment for his extra effort he's putting in to watch your thing. The socher yesh lo hana'ah hishtamshut b'chefzo shel hamaskir. The one who's renting gets benefit because he's able to use out the thing that he's renting. And the maskir, the one who's renting it, receives in exchange for that money for the rental. לפי זה יובן גם תוכנם של השומרים. According to this, we can understand what this relates to the shomrim and the union between Adam and Hashem, the makom baruch hu, as the Shla brings down. Okay, we're going to explain now each perspective, how we look at the world, what's the best way to do it. Okay, the shomer chinam is the highest level, that he's at the level of lo al manat lekabel pras. He's not wanting to get a reward. Hu shomer rak leman shmo yitbarach. He's only guarding it for Hashem's sake. As the Ram says, oved mi'ava, he serves Hashem from love. Not for anything in the world, not to get the good, okay, even the good of Olam Haba. It's not about that. He's doing the truth because it's truth, because mipnei shehu harav ra'ui l'sham sho, because Hashem is the master, and it's fitting to serve the master because that is the ultimate truth. That's it, not for anything you're going to get out of it. Shomer Sachar, the one who is being paid to watch it, is doing avodas Hashem al manat lekabel pras. You want to receive reward, give me my payment. And the socher is also al derech haomer sela zelet tzedakah al manat shichyeh b'ni. The Indian of a socher, a renter, is the Indian of someone who says, I'm going to give this money to tzedakah in order for my son to live. We're going to explain that in a little bit, but you're doing it for a reason. The shoel, okay, the borrower, that he gets all the hana from the object, is eno ma'amin bigmol ve'onish. He doesn't believe in Hashem's ability to do good and punishment, as the Shla says. Shehem hareshaim she'enam oskim klal b'avodat Hashem. These are the Rishaim that don't do any avodas Hashem. They're just using the physical world for the thing itself, and all of the pleasure is for them to be used up. They're just borrowers.
That's most of the world.
Bunch of borrowers.
Yeah.
They got a lot of debts to pay. But they're also chayav on all things because they're borrowers, right?
That's why the debt is so big.
And if they steal something, then they're really in trouble.
Yeah. And then they think they don't think they're borrowing anymore. They think it's theirs. Yeah. Now, we could say, to explain this, the Indian of the shoel, באופן שתיתכן דרגה זו גם בשומר תורה mitzvahs. How do we explain the Indian of a shoel? We're saying, okay, a shoel, a borrower, people that don't do any Torah mitzvahs, they're like the lowest level. But we have a bechina of a shoel in his relation to Torah mitzvahs. Okay, v'tumtak pashtat inyan shekol dazin nikraim shomrim shomrei olam shehi al yedei hiutam shomrei Torah mitzvahs v'hekdem. Okay, we're saying that a shomer is the shomer of the world, and how do you do a shmir on the world? Is keeping Torah mitzvahs. Therefore, within the people that keep Torah mitzvahs, you have the borrowers of the people keeping Torah mitzvahs. And what is that? What does that mean? Since the whole world is created for the Jewish people, it says Bishvil Yisrael Shenikru Reshit, we're called Reshit. Therefore, every Jew is able to request and say and actually righteously say so, that kol tzarchav hagashmin, you're able to say, I need all of my physical needs. Banei chaim bezonei reviche. Children, health, parnasa, in an expanded way. Biglal, because I am the son of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, without any reason or avoda that you have to do for that to be that. Since I am the son of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, therefore I demand Hashem that He should give me all my needs without any preconditions. Okay, that's a true righteous statement to say. As is known in relation to the posek mezonot, the poel. Was it one second? Or is it from the Mishnah Bava Metzia? It says, "Afilo oseh lahem kesudat Shlomo b'shato lo yatze yidei chovato mikevan shehen bnei Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov mikevan shehu ben Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov harehu ra'ui lusug dola misudat Shlomo b'shato." So basically, it says, since a person comes from as a Jewish person, he's the son of Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov, he's actually worthy to have a very big se'udah, like the se'udah of Shlomo at his time. Everyone is basically worthy on that. This is the inyan of the Shoel and Ruchnius, that all of his benefit that he receives from the world by receiving his needs without any payment, which is avoda for it. So basically, it's the lowest level of torment is